Welcome to Talk Dragon Ball, where I want to talk to you about anything, you guessed it, Dragon Ball, from Ball to Z, and everything in between. I'm your host, Kyokai1994, and today I want to talk about a character that I feel is heavily scrutinized by the community for his life decisions throughout the entire series. I want to try to bring some more understanding to his actions and why this character acts the way he does. The character of today's topic is Son Gohan. At the end of the Future Trunks arc recently in Dragon Ball Super, we got to see a great image of Gohan saying farewell to Trunks. It was a moment that more fans were satisfied with than the earlier meeting of the two in the episode where Trunks and Gohan have a day together. In the farewell moment, we get to see Trunks have a flash of Gohan's Buu Saga hair. It as well looked as if Gohan had been training again. With this scene, Gohan's newfound stunt career, and the recently announced Universe Survival arc coming up in February, we've been seeing a lot of Gohan, and a lot of Gohan hate. I've seen it plenty of times before in the community. All the disappointing, discouraging comments and views towards a character that I feel are just misguided and wrong. Comments such as Gohan is a waste of potential, or it's all Chi-Chi's fault that he is the way that he is because she made him study. But is that really the case? All of these things accumulated, causing me to decide that I wanted to put my thoughts out and retell the story about his character. First off, I do want to say that I understand where the people are coming from. They feel like a character they love, and they've all watched grow from a child into adulthood, who has accumulated so much power to now only be turned into a workaholic professor's assistant. And I get that. But this is what brings up my first problem. Gohan didn't acquire all the power to constantly fight and train like his father and his friends. He gained it in the need to take care of the people that he cares for. Gohan is not a fighter. It does not drive him the way it does the other full-blood Saiyans. People blame him for going soft on his mother and her constant nagging of studying books and homework instead of being a thug like his father and friends. They also say that she doesn't understand what training would do for him. This is another wrong statement. Chi-Chi was a skilled fighter and definitely understands what training and being strong can do for a person. She has always been surrounded by strong men like Goku, his friends, and her father, the Ox King. To me, she feels secure in the world and that they will all be safe from now on. So, she wants to help her child do the best that he can in life. Could you blame her for that? She just wanted Gohan to succeed in his life, so she did everything in her power to do that. Such as buying him all the study materials, the study aids, interviewing for prestigious schools. So let's cut her out a little bit of hate and let's learn to love Chi-Chi. I'm going to go through key times we see in Gohan's life and talk on how he responded so that maybe I can convey to you a little bit better that Gohan isn't just a waste of potential. And maybe some of that hate for Gohan is just misremembered nostalgia and focusing on one fight in Gohan's life. We first see Gohan as a shy 3-year-old boy on Roshi's island, while Goku is seen as old friends. A Saiyan named Raditz attacks the group and takes the boy, giving Goku an ultimatum. While with Raditz, Gohan is put in the space pod and locked there for his crying. After a savage beatdown of his father and Piccolo, Gohan's first glimpse of power is seen. He busts out of the pod and right into Raditz's chest, stunning him. After the battle had ended, Piccolo kidnaps the child and starts a survivalist and martial arts training to prepare him for the imminent threat of the two Saiyans coming to Earth. When Vegeta and Nappa finally show, they beat down almost the entire group. Nappa starts to fight Gohan. Gohan is hit with a huge kick. When Goku's ki is felt in the distance, Gohan strikes Nappa with a furious blow, knocking him into a mountain. When he stands again, we then get to see Piccolo's infamous sacrifice for Gohan. Piccolo's words to Gohan in this scene are the words that plant the seed for their bond and mentorship that they have for the rest of the series. This then triggers the second rage boost that we see from Gohan. While fighting Vegeta, Kudadin and Gohan try to distract and rescue Goku from the Ozaru Vegeta. Yajirobe is the one that makes the transformation-ending tail slice move, and Gohan is the sole fighter of Vegeta as Goku gives the Genki Dama to Kudadin and he is trying to aim it. The Genki Dama misses and Gohan is the one who has to bounce it back at Vegeta, hitting him. Vegeta then falls back to Earth and continues his rampage, only to be overpowered by the Great Ape Gohan. To go throughout the fight with Vegeta, with no hesitation, Gohan showed the courage in the situation, and showed his character's maturing to his environment that he was in. Gohan is a respectful boy who was shy when first introduced, hiding behind the back of his father. His evolution through that year of his life and the bond he has with Piccolo causes him to show the bravery in the decision to tell his mom that he's going to Namek. Gohan's drive to protect the ones that he cares for is introduced in the first arc of the story and will be copied in many arcs to come. While on Namek, Gohan and Kudadin hunt for the Dragon Balls. This leads them into Frieza's henchmen. They see Frieza's henchmen torturing a village and rescue a young Namek named Dende. After they've rescued him, they flee, losing the henchmen, and the Elder Guru unlocks Gohan's hidden potential, and they hunt for the rest of the Namek Dragon Balls. While fighting the Ginyu Force, Gohan and Kudadin are beaten, holding barely onto life when Goku finally comes into the picture. Gohan and the gang fight a body-switched Ginyu who is in Goku's body. Gohan has trouble with the fight at first because it is fighting a form of his own father. While fighting second form Frieza, Gohan gains his next rage moment. He barrages kicks, fists, and ki blast to Frieza after he impales Kudadin with his horn. The gang then watches as Vegeta is killed and Goku fights Frieza. Once Frieza recovers, he nearly kills Piccolo and does kill Kudadin. This is what triggers Goku's Super Saiyan transformation. While Goku fights Frieza, Gohan takes Piccolo to the ship with Bulma so that they can escape. From the ship, Gohan feels the battle through ki and feels his father's ki drop. He goes to try to save him and ends up fighting Frieza until his dad recovers. He is ordered to go back to the ship and he listens. On the way, Porunga's wish is made for everyone but Goku and Frieza be transported to Earth. After this saga, Gohan reverts to his old ways. He quits training and fighting to study since the world is now at peace. But only after a year, Frieza's ki was sensed coming straight to Earth. After defeating Frieza, the future Saiyan named Trunks tells them of the artificial humans and how they would be awakened in 3 years and to be prepared. Gohan trained intensely with his dad and Piccolo through the 3-year gap and tried to stop the imminent danger of the Earth and his family. Even with Goku's heart virus attacking in the middle of the fight, they overpower the artificial humans, causing Android 20, or Dr. Gero, to run, and the group scattering to find him. While scattered, Dr. Gero attacks Piccolo, who is alone. Gohan comes to his aid when he receives Piccolo's distress call telepathically. After losing Dr. Gero, they find the location of the lab and come to find out not only were there 2 artificial humans, 17 and 18, but a third one as well, 16, had been awakened. The lab is destroyed and the artificial humans escape off to look for Gohan's father. Gohan takes Bulma and Yajirobe back to Capsule Corp and then meets up with the rest of the group. While on their way for moving Goku, Trunks and Gohan, who later meet up with Bulma, all search for the second time machine that had been spotted. Once there, they find an unusual egg, and Gohan discovers the shell of a bug. We learn of Cell and he goes hunting for the androids. After his recovery from the heart virus, Goku, Gohan, Vegeta, and Trunks all agree to go to the Room of Spirit in Time and train to fight Cell. Trunks and Vegeta go first. While Vegeta and Trunks come out and fight Cell, Goku and Gohan train to make Gohan a Super Saiyan. When they come out of the chamber, they are both in Super Saiyan form and ready to eat. They then learn of the 10-day gap they are being given to train more and prepare for the upcoming Cell Games, which will decide the Earth's fate. The tournament starts and everyone is beaten. Even Goku says he cannot finish him, but asks Gohan if he was able to see the whole thing. Goku then renounces his place and announces Gohan to be the next fighter. Gohan wonders why his dad was holding back. Goku then informs him that he was not holding back, that Gohan has just become so strong that he thought he was holding back. Cell and Gohan battle it out, and the lack of the desire to kill gives Cell the opportunity to take advantage of the situation. After hearing about this deep power inside Gohan, he wants to see it. He spawns 7 Cell Juniors that torment his friends and leave him stunned. Mr. Satan is convinced by 16's head, telling him to throw him so that he can talk to Gohan. After landing, 16 tells Gohan a heartfelt speech explaining that the use of power to protect what you love is okay. 16's head is stomped on by Cell and destroyed, snapping the last straw for Gohan. His rage explodes and he achieves the title of the first Super Saiyan 2. With his new form, he overpowers all the Cell Juniors and gives Cell a great match. A massive blow from Gohan makes Cell revert to his semi-perfect stage and spit up Artificial Human 18. Cell triggers his self-destruction mechanism. Gohan blames himself for giving into his Saiyan ways and enjoying the fight instead of ending it quickly. Goku uses instant transmission to move Cell's explosion to Kaiosama's planet and told him not to blame himself. Goku tells Gohan that he is proud of him and to take care of Chi-Chi in his absence. When he returns better than ever, Cell kills Trunks with 1 ki blast. Gohan is now excited to avenge his father's death, but after having his arm broken, his spirits fade and he starts to accept his fate. With the help of his father's guidance from the other world, Gohan's spirits are lifted and he fires a one-handed Kamehameha against Cell and creates one of the most iconic beam struggles in the franchise. With his growing confidence in his fighting and his years of experience, Gohan has now become in more control of most of his power, but there's always just a tad bit hidden away. Throughout his battle, we really get to see the lack of bloodlust that he has, and that he doesn't want to be fighting, but wants the world to be in peace. With his father gone, he knows he has to protect everyone. What a weight to have on your shoulders. They believe with Goku gone that no more threats will be coming, so Gohan can continue his studies. After the 7-year gap, we get to see Gohan as a teenager, attending high school classes at Orange Star High School in Satan City. His first day in the city, he stops a robber by using his Super Saiyan to conceal his true identity. While in class, he meets another student who fights crime. Her name is Videl, and she is the daughter of the man who has been stealing all the credit from Gohan about beating Cell. After Videl questions him on being the gold fighter, he describes that he needs a new disguise that is better to fight crime with and goes to Bulma to have one designed. Gohan uses the name the Great Saiyaman and continues stopping crime in the city. While saving a pterodactyl baby that Gohan had known through his father, Videl finds out that the Great Saiyaman is actually Gohan. She then blackmails him so that he will fight in the upcoming Tenkaichi Budokai. She also talks her way into having him teach her how to fly. While Gohan is training for the tournament with Goten, Videl shows up and wants to fly. Through this training, we see the sparks of romance start to fan up between the two. Through his whole high school stage, Gohan's shyness and lack of contact with others his own age shows when he is faced to go through situations with his classmates. We also get to see his first real interactions with girls and dating. It's a very fun sight to see. The next thing we see is the tournament. Goku is granted 1 day to come back to Earth so that he can compete. This makes Vegeta enter the tournament as well as the rest of the gang. In Videl's first match, she is beaten down hard by Spopovich. After taking her to the doctor and getting her fixed up, it was Gohan's turn to fight Kibito. He is told that Kibito knows his true power and wants to see it, so he shows his full power. He is then ambushed by Spopovich and Yamu, who were helped out by the Supreme Kai, who paralyzes Gohan so that his ki can be drained. Spopovich and Yamu escape with the Supreme Kai and the Z Fighters following them to see where the energy is actually being taken to. Gohan is then revived by Kibito and their plan is explained to him. Gohan, Kibito, and Videl then start their search for Babidi's ship. They all meet up and watch the actions of Babidi's men. They are spotted and ambushed by Dabura, who kills Kibito and turns Piccolo and Kudinin into stone with his spit. Supreme Kai, Gohan, Goku, and Vegeta all go into the ship to find Babidi and stop Buu's release. Pui Pui, or Pocus, is the first of the trio's fighters, and after a rock-paper-scissors competition, Vegeta is picked to fight and defeats Pocus. After his dad beats the next foe, it is now Gohan's turn to fight Dabura, the last of the stage villains. In Super Saiyan, Gohan puts up an even power against the Demon King, but the fight is cut short when Dabura realizes Vegeta's anger and believes Master Babidi can exploit that so that they can control the Saiyan Prince. After he is put under control, Goku agrees to fight Vegeta. While their fight is going on, Gohan and Supreme Kai explore the ship to find Babidi. After finding the shell Buu is trapped in, Gohan fires a large ki blast to destroy it. It opens and nothing is inside, but Gohan feels a tremendous ki that is now present. The steam from the shell then transforms into Majin Buu. They then try to destroy Majin Buu, resulting in Gohan being thrown far into the forest, knocked unconscious. Kibito's life is restored and he finds and heals Supreme Kai. They then find Gohan and take him back to the Kai world to heal him and train him. They believe he may be the one who can pull the Z-Sword from its home of rest and defeat Majin Buu. While training with the Z-Sword, Gohan breaks it in half when Goku throws a solid piece of the universe's strongest element at it. They freak out, but this is what releases the Elder Supreme Kai who was trapped inside the blade. The Elder Kai agrees to awaken Gohan's ultimate power. During the ritual, they feel that Elder Kai does not take it serious, and the actions that are happening on Earth make Gohan want to power up even faster to go fight. When he gets the urge to fight, he notices the overwhelming power that he already has and apologizes for questioning the Elder Kai's ways. After his power-up, he travels to Earth and finds out that all of his loved ones have been killed. Gohan then overwhelms Super Buu, with Buu unable to land a single blow on the powerful warrior. Buu tries a self-destruction technique, but Gohan, Gotenks, and Piccolo are able to get away. When the hour wait has passed, Super Buu returns to fight Gotenks and absorbs him and Piccolo. They then use his new powers to pummel Gohan and uses his new intellect to play games with his head. With a distraction from Ten Shinhan, Dende heals Gohan, and Goku shows up and tries to Potara fuse with his own son. As the great moment is about to happen, Gohan doesn't catch the earring, leading Goku to have to fight Buu. Gohan is then absorbed by Buu and is held captive in Buu's stomach until Vegeta and Goku, fused as Vegito, are absorbed and fight their way out of his body, freeing all of their friends and Fat Buu. The last thing that Gohan does in this fight is give Goku his power for a huge Genki Dama to defeat Kid Buu. After sharing with you his actions in the Z series, I want to talk a little bit about what some of the community thinks about Gohan. They feel he's a disappointment, and I understand this. They've watched the series since Dragon Ball and they got to watch Goku grow up, defeat evil, save the world, and bring peace to it. They then transition into the Z portion and see he has a son. A great threat is soon put over their heads, and a lot of people wanted to see the hero's son take his place. Which, on a side note, is a theory that a lot of fans have that is wrong. A huge group of people believe that Toriyama was trying to switch Gohan to be the main character and was unsuccessful. This is plain false, and that was not the intention of the author, but I digress. People wanted to see him avenge his father and become the strongest in the universe. They then watch him amass a lot of power and come out of his shell as a fighter, but they don't realize in every battle he acts the same. He is hesitant to battle and even freezes at times. The only time that he shines is when he has to protect his family, but that's who this character is. I feel nostalgia is blinding them from his true character. The only time that he wants to fight is after he goes Super Saiyan 2. Other than that, he never strives to fight. Other people are upset because in the current series he has been more focused on work instead of fighting. They call him overrated and a waste of potential, but I don't understand these criticisms. When you look at the show in the aspect of real life, he is a great overall person. Like his father, who has always gone training to protect everyone, he is doing what he needs to do to protect his family, like he always has throughout the whole series. He is earning money to take care of his family. Since they were in a time of peace, there was no need to train, and seeing what all his friends are capable of, he was able to step aside and let them handle it. Once they are and were put in danger, the fighting side of him will come out and we will see him at the best again soon. With this tournament coming up, maybe we can see more love come back for Gohan and stay. I hope that this video today was very informative, but I hope that I brought some more love back to Gohan. I want to thank you all for watching and remind you to comment below so that we can talk anything Dragon Ball, and I really want you guys to subscribe if you want to see more content from me in the future. I hope to see you guys next time on Talk Dragon Ball.